Just a second, because I have to select. Jai Shri Mataji. Can someone with a tabla, couple of tabla, could come here, the younger, immediately? Thank you very much. Jai Shri Mataji.
Replace camera input, yeah?
Yes.
Vedi Carlo?
Later.
Guarda, il microfono che ci attivo qua io funziona. Appena metto la tua, non funziona più.
Yes.
Prova. Lo vedi? Prova. Mo ci stanno sentendo tutti, però per farti... Vedi che funziona?
Okay.
Il microfono.
We'll do the workaround like yesterday.
L'importante è che risolviamo.
with the permission of Param Puja Shri Mataji, I'm going to invite all of you now. So welcome everybody to this beautiful vertical growth seminar here from Kabela. We've already had the beautiful Sahasrara Day Puja on the 5th of May, and the blessings of Shri Mataji were tremendous. And we all are aware that in these times, we just want to grow deeper and deeper to the essence of our own being and to completely connect with the divine and nothing else than that. And for that, this vertical growth group has come into being. I'm not going to say too much about it, but for those who are watching us on Zoom or on YouTube, you should know that we have here a full hall in Kabela for the first time since so long, after the pandemic. And there are so many yogis sitting here. And if you watch from wherever you are, just know that we are all one, that we are all together celebrating this seminar where we just want to go deep. It's all about meditation. We will also have a book delivery. A nice ebook had been printed out. Actually, 4 ebooks had been made, but Sandeep is going to tell a bit more about it. You will have the chance also after a while to ask people who always had been my ideal in Sahaja Yoga, I must say. And I'm so happy that I can work together with them. And you can ask them questions because they got the knowledge of Shri Mataji, which you do not have on camera. So there are many things that Shri Mataji said on camera, and thanks to Nirmala Vidya, to NIPC, we have all this available for the yogis, but there are so many things, so many teachings of her, which she had been telling to occasionally to people who had been around her. And we are very happy to have them here today, and you can ask them questions after a while. And also we are going to have a workshop, like we can work on each other here in the hall in small groups, and also on the internet. If you have a chance to join on Zoom, do it. If the Zoom is full, because we only have allowance 1,000 people. If the Zoom is full, thank you. If the Zoom is full, then you can always join on YouTube. On YouTube, you will be part of the sessions of the breakout rooms here in the hall, but you cannot actually join it on the internet. So you choose whatever is possible for you. But now the most important thing is really that our lovely, beloved, wonderful Mother, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, she has given us so much, and she has connected us to the Spirit. She has brought us to the realm of spirituality. And every day she sends us these little miracles. Like just today, I felt this like a ray from her coming into the heart, just opening the heart, creating such a joy. She can raise us from scratch, from the lowest ditch to the highest realms within 1 second. And to this, Shri Mataji, let us do a pranam and let's do the arti. Beside Sri Mataji's altar, you see this shell. It looks like a shell. And inside, little flowers. They look like sasara. And in the center of them, you have candles. And these candles are lit just now.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीमहालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री
Next, first person who is going to talk to you doesn't need any introduction. It's one of my ideals in Sahaja Yoga. He has come into Sahaja Yoga. For those who don't know, we all know him, and he would not like me to tell these things, but he came into Sahaj in 1971. He was 5 years of age at that point. And Chimadaji had always kept him very close. And then, when Kabela had started, he was there right from the beginning, taking care of everything. And Chimadaji invited him to be there. And all the time, through all these years, he had been very close, assisting Chimadaji with whatsoever is possible. And for me, he was always such a beautiful ideal of balance. Like these people, they would be with Shimadaji till 3 o'clock in the morning, and at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock they would enter the car and drive to the railway station to go for their work in Milano and all that. And they always been so balanced and beautiful and helpful to the whole collective. This is Sandeep Gadkari.
Jai Shri Mataji. So really we put our hand on our left heart and bow down in our heart at the lotus feet of our Divine Mother, seeking her blessings, her permission for our first seminar on the vertical growth, which is basically growing deeper in ourselves. On this very stage, 2008 in Guru Puja, Shri Mataji had asked us to make a promise, raise our hands that we all become gurus and guruis. So this is really a very, very humble attempt of all the Sojogis together to grow inside, to grow in our meditation. Deliver on the promise that we gave to her. I hope all the technical things are working. So today really we are
sorry, somebody in the kitchen can stop
I need not say
pressing.
anything. think this is the best way to sing her victory. So as a vertical group, we would say, which is basically growing deeper, we are very desiring to share with all our collective in these beautiful seminars that we are going to do over next period. The first one today is about our Nirmal meditation, but we are going to have a few more of this. One is on the attention, one is on our thoughtless awareness, and one is on the doubtless awareness. So this little group of people who came together in the times of COVID, and every time we were compiling the e-books, we always enjoyed each other's company and getting into the beautiful pearls of wisdom, pearls of teachings of Srimataji. So really, we have put together 4 books. Today we are going to present the first book, which is on meditation, Nirmal meditation. This is a beautiful book, which basically we have assembled all the excerpts and from the speeches of Srimataji, with beautiful photographs, with beautiful links to Amruta, which we pray and hope will help us grow deeper in our meditation. So actually it's a beautiful 80-page that we would like to offer at the lotus feet of Srimataji. So we have printed hard copy and we would like to offer now to dearest Srimataji.
अच्छा बुक से यानी ई बुक उल्टा कर दो.
Alan, you want to come here? Param Pujane Srimataji, we humbly offer this first book on meditation, Nirmal meditation. At a lotus feet which has got beautiful pictures and advices and excerpts that you have given us on meditation. We will be soon showing also on the screens so that we can show you how it looks like. And this is as a part of our, let's say, a gift that we would like to offer to Srimataji for her 100th birth anniversary. So there is this let's say one petal of the flower is about the vertical growth. And we have this book that for the first piece of Nirmal meditation. Then we have 3 more books, which is one on attention, one on the thoughtless awareness, and the fourth one, the last one, is on the Nirvil Kalpa state, which is the doubtless awareness. So this book we will now maybe show on the screen, and maybe walk you through some important chapters. This book is going to be available at the website that we have put together for the 100th birth anniversary. So it is downloadable there. It's an ebook which has got all links that you can connect to different speeches and advices of Sri Mataji on that particular topic. So in this case, it will be for meditation. So if you go at the index, please, we start. Go back. So really, when we are talking about meditation, we are talking the essentials of what qualities we need to have in order to be able to be in the state of meditation. So in this book, we have compiled the different subjects here. You see the importance of innocence, purity, importance of bhakti and shraddha. Biggest thing that we realize is absolutely the number one is the recognition of our beloved mother. So, and Avdut is going to talk a little bit more about on some of these chapters as we go through the seminar today. Can go forward. We can scroll through, so I can maybe give a few comments on the book. We can scroll through the book. So let's. Yeah, so as we said, the first thing we realized is that without truly the recognition of Sri Mataji, and here it's about the recognition of her in our hearts, from our hearts, not a mental projection. So without the recognition of beloved Sri Mataji, it really is very difficult to settle in our meditation. So first thing, in order to have a sustained state of meditation is really recognizing in our heart who Sri Mataji is. So there are beautiful speeches from different excerpts of different speeches where Sri Mataji explains this. Now, what does it mean to have this recognition? When we have this recognition, we also looked into how it manifests. Here we are looking into a beautiful speech that we will show later on about Pandharpur, where Sri Mataji was explaining this state of meditation, the fourth state of meditation, where about the Turiya state. We'll be showing that in a bit. But let's say there are different aspects of meditation, the different essential qualities that we need to have for meditation. But then I'll let Avdut talk about that in a bit. But as we go in this seminar, the importance we wanted to share with all of you was about having daily meditation. Every day we need to remember, we need to meditate. Shrimati has mentioned so many times. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening is something which is so very necessary that we do it consistently. And we have seen that when we do it, we feel better. We are able to free ourselves from our ego, superego, conditionings, misidentifications. We are able to free us off of the 6 Shadaripu, which are within us, which is Kam, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. So this is really something that frees us, from all the things that are holding us back. So having daily meditation is something we really wanted as a collective, as individuals, as different centers, that we really practice this. We practice also at home. So at times Srimataji has said, the journey is a little bit individual as you get started, and then it becomes samashti, then it becomes collective. So always it is up to us, for us, to meditate every day, at least 10, 15 minutes. I have some beautiful memories from Kabela when Srimataji used to stay here. I need to go back. So every morning we were going to when we were meeting in the first time in the morning, Sri Mataji. So we all used to make a namaskar. And she was very particular that we did it in proper fashion. She said your hands should be spread out. It should be, on the ground, parallel to the ground when we make namaskar. And I recall every time it was like a scan. So how was your system? And then she would give a blessing, like, I remember it would be Chan, Uttam, Ananta Ashirvad. Sometimes it would be also meaning like you had to, maybe you are not completely centered. So the attention on our system, on having our system completely cleansed, free of any catches, is very important. And that 10-minute cleansing in the morning and in the evening is very, very important. So, and in this book also we explain this, that having the daily meditation is so very important. Meditation also, the other thing we recalled was when we were going down to Shri Mataji, at times she was noting and showing us, see the person's kundalini, see how it is pulsating, see at which chakra it is pulsating. With some people, she used to see how wide is the kundalini. So having a very wide kundalini which was pulsating, you could actually feel the vibrations of that person. So these are the things that, as Wolfgang was saying, when you were around, you were experiencing these beautiful moments with Sri Mataji. Then we saw that this beautiful individual meditation, you want to really grow, you have to be in collective. So at least, once or twice a week, wherever there is a program in your cities, we need to collectively meditate. It has been a little bit of an issue with COVID. We were not being able to meditate together in physical presence. But again, thanking Sri Mataji, we hope that this issue has been somehow passed and we can meditate together. So really it's I think a very great moment for us to be together today to meditate together. Meditation is a state. Many times you cannot force meditation. It's a state that we have to get into this state of meditation. It is a beautiful state of balance. It is a state where you are in samadhi, when all the forces within you are in complete harmony. It is a state where you are in present, where your chakras are completely open. It is a state where you experience the yoga, the union of this little individual with the ultimate, with the whole, of a single with the collective, of Atma with Paramatma. So really, this collective meditation really helps us to get to that state. Many times, if we are not meditating in the collective, we slowly drift away and we start getting our own misconditionings, polarizations, confusion. So it's very important we meditate together. Meditation is also a beautiful state where you go beyond your gunas, beyond the three channels. It's called as gunatit. You go beyond the dharma. We have got the 10 valencies in our void. So you really become your own guru, and you go even beyond the dharma. You go beyond time, kalatit. So really, when we are in this beautiful state of meditation, it's a moment full of joy and bliss. It manifests as we all have very beautifully experienced, with a cool breeze in our hands, on top of our head. The vibratory awareness that we get, I think, is very, very important, that we all have to feel vibrations very clearly on our hands. At times, people who develop and grow, they can also feel it on their body, certain catches and so on and so forth. But this vibratory awareness is the basis of our meditation, is the basis of our growth. So many memories with Sri Mataji, around Sri Mataji, where she was giving realization. She's always asking on the person's chakras, and it was always a moment where we were feeling vibrations. So we really need to enjoy this new awareness that we have. As we said, meditation really works the best, and I'll then give it to Avdut. When you really feel and experience the Param Chaitanya as the blessing of our Guru, the primordial power, Shri Adi Shakti, the Divine Mother, the most magnificent, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent Goddess. So we really thank you, Sri Mataji. Our hearts full of gratitude for this unique discovery of Sahaja Yoga, for the source of self-knowledge. This knowledge was not accessible. The self-realization was not accessible. Now it's available in en masse. So we really cannot thank enough, for this life or our past lives or even future lives, that for the great good and the great blessing she has given to us. We thank you, Shri Mataji, for being our source of inspiration, for being the source of knowledge, for being the source of joy, for being the source of bliss, for being our Guru, for being our Divine Mother. So we can just spread our hands to Shri Mataji, and I'll ask Avdut to take over from here. We'll show you a clip of Pandharpur, where she talks about the fourth dimension, the Turiya state. But we would like to have an objective. Where is our objective in terms of meditation? You can share this on the videos.
So this was only the beginning. I said this is the first seminar of that sort. We are planning to have 3 more, and every time a new book will be released also. And it's my great joy to announce our dear Avdut. He had been born on the 14th of April 1972 in Sahaj. And also together, those two, they are more than 100 years of Sahaja Yoga meditation together with Sri Mataji. And I asked him, what should I tell about him? And of course, both of them, they said, no, nothing. But Avdut, one thing is really important to him about his father. His father was the first pujari in Sahaja Yoga. So the first one who ever did puja to Sri Mataji. And his father, when he was about to pass away, he gave everything to Sahaja Yoga and not to his family. And Sri Mataji was so moved, she was in tears. And this child of his father is our dear Avdut.
I'm an old man. Hello. Jai Shri Mataji. First of all, I would like to thank Shri Mataji from the bottom of my heart for giving me this opportunity to talk about this book. As Sandeep has rightly said, that we'll just see a small talk of Sri Mataji on which she gave on Pandharpur 1984. It's just a 2-minute talk which gives us the aim of our being. So can we just see that small excerpt?
But when you bring your spirit to your brain, this is the second state. Then you really become self-realized in the full way. In the full way. Because then yourself, that is the spirit, becomes your brain. Action is very dynamic. It opens then the 5th dimension in the human being. First, when you become realized, collectively conscious, and start raising the Kundalini, you cross the 4th dimension. But when your spirit comes into your brain, then you become the 5th dimension, means you become the doer. Our brain now, for example, says, all right, lift this thing up. So you touch it with your hand, you lift it up. You are the doer. But when the brain becomes the spirit is the doer. And when spirit is the doer, then you become a complete Shiva, self-realized.
So here Sri Mataji is giving us this possibility of going and settling in the 5th dimension. Sandeep has very rightly said, Sri Mataji came down on the earth and she tried to uplift the human consciousness. Before I go further, I would just like to tell two things. We are not here to give any advice, but just to share some of the advices given by Sri Mataji on a particular topic. I very much believe that though we had come earlier, we are not, we can say we are not much more evolved than all of us. It's like a lift which goes from the ground floor to the 7th floor. We have come in on the 1st floor maybe. So the only thing for us that we have seen the Ganges starting from a droplet. Then now it has grown. And that gives us the encouragement that it will certainly grow much, much more, much, much more. So before going further, we can just see 2-3 photographs which will show us how it was in the earlier days. Hello? Yeah. So this was somewhere in 74, 75. This is our small group of Sahajogis. This was in Bordi. And maybe there were about 10, 15 people more. But see how small the group was. Sri Mataji is in the middle. On the right-hand side, left-hand side of Srimati, there's one Mr. Diwanji, who had given us his bungalow. It's written Diwanji. So it was a very small group. Let's see the second photo, please. See this bus. This I got it from archives. I don't know the date where it was taken, but very probably it was somewhere near Nagpur, because on the right hand side of Sri Mataji we can see Baba Mama, Sri Baba Mama, who is putting his hand on Sri Mataji. And in this small bus there were 18 people, you can count. So how Sri Mataji was traveling with us, going with different places. Second from the left is Mr. Pradhan, BG Pradhan, you must have heard. And the third from the right is Mr. Warik, about whom Sri Mataji has also talked. So we can see the next photo. See, this is somewhere in, I think so it is in Delhi. Anyway, see how people used to meditate in very close to Sri Mataji. Sri Mataji used to touch us. Sometimes if we are having problems, she used to massage our heads. Many of us got opportunity to massage her head. And yeah, just to let you know how it was at that time. I'm telling you this to come to the point later on, is that Sri Mataji had allowed us to come very close to her physically, and that was part of the plan, because Adi Shakti nobody had even seen, forget about coming close, but she wanted that people in full freedom should come very close to her. She sorted our problems. Talking about Sri Mataji takes me into another realm, because I lost my earthly mother rather early. I was 27, and since then Sri Mataji literally brought me up before 2011 and afterwards. And she was in the beginning more of a mother, more of a person who is got some powers, but this Adi Shakti aspect we did not know much. And in spite of her repeated warnings, I am Mahamaya, people somehow got lost in the wheel of Maya. That had to be. Then, as I grew up, I used to ask many questions to Sri Mataji at that time. I pulled my ears. Some questions were so stupid, but she used to always reply in such loving manner. One of them was, Sri Mataji, if I am doing any mistake, please tell me. And always her reply was, no, Dut, you don't do any mistakes. I was quite sure that that was not true. But she wanted me to grow up, see for myself what are the mistakes. Because when we see ourselves, we are quite capable of changing them. If somebody else tells, it's more difficult. So later on, I realized that to understand Adi Shakti is not possible. Nobody understood. The only thing we can do is to surrender at her lotus feet and to realize her in our body, in our Sahasrara. So this is, I'm just telling slight history behind why meditation is important. And then later on I realized also that Sri Mataji, she has chosen us and she will decide whom she has to take at the feet of Sri Sadashiva. All our job is to keep her pleased. Her will, we should keep her will in us. We should never displease her in any way. She has accepted us as we are with all our drawbacks. We should accept ourselves. In Marathi, there was a saying that Adi Shakti तुमच्यावर एवढी मेहनत घेतात तुम्ही साधी माणसं असूच शकत नाही. The translation is that if Adi Shakti is working so much on you people, you cannot be ordinary people. You cannot be somebody ordinary. And in UK, she had told, you are unique, but you are not perfect. We have to perfect ourselves. And also to perfect ourselves, we have to work hard. She has done that. Adi Kalasmak Paya means first she has made the dome and then we make the foundations. So for that also meditation is necessary. That is her wish, maybe our desire, the purity of our desire also is always challenged. As Sandeep has rightly said, that we have to grow inside ourselves. In yoga, we know it's mantra, yantra, tantra, and mantra. Yantra is the instrument. Tantra is the technique to clean the instrument. And mantra is the wordings or the knowledge or whatever we can do to clean. So this is just the cleaning of our subtle system. But to go into the depths of our nirvikalpa, because this is the minimum. Remember what Srimati said in 85? Nirvikalpa is the minimum. So in nirvikalpa stage, we have to go. And for that, there are other qualities required, which are mentioned in the book, in essence, sincerity, humility. Bhakti, Shraddha, recognition of Sri Mataji. I'll just very quickly tell you some of the things which Sri Mataji inspired me about this book, these chapters. I hear a lot of talks of Sri Mataji and they come in my head for all situations. For example, in 1986 Guru Puja, Gmunden, she said that we all Sahajogis were like gold. And we had to go through different processes to get cleaned out. And then slowly and gradually, we came to this position where we have become real gold. Now our main objective is to keep this gold clean, and the final aim is to find a place in the crown of your mother. This is the final aim. And once that is done, that gold will never be tarnished. So for this, some of the things are important which we just told. The first thing is innocence of Sri Ganesha. There are 3 talks which really inspired me. Sorry, I'm telling you some talks which you can listen 10, 15, 20, 50 times. Really, they're very good on Sri Ganesha. There is Sri Ganesh Puja, Brighton, August 85. Ganesh Puja, San Diego, September 86. And then Mahamaya and Sri Ganesha, Mahamaya and Mooladhara, Birmingham, April 85. So these are the talks which really inspired me a lot. There are lots of other Sri Ganesh Pujas. And Sri Ganesha is the deity which can really help us to go through this wheel of Maya, because we get always involved in this Maya. And he can take us, because he is in the Nirvikalpa state, Shere 1991. He is in Nirvikalpa state. He can take us to Nirvikalpa state. And he, in the Mooladhara, he is there. But here, he gives us the memory. In all the situations, he tells us what Sri Mataji is telling about these situations. So it's very sustaining, these talks, with you literally hear them. I can give you one example at the moment, whatever the world is going through. Navratri 1996, Sri Mataji said, people say, what will happen to my family? What will happen to my country? What will happen to Sahajuga? What will happen to Sri Mataji? And what will happen to the world? Sri Mataji said this. And then she says, your mother does not only believe in giving you problems, but she also gives you solutions. Like Elias. And the solution is that you have to be very strong, very, very strong. And for that, meditation is very important, very important. She repeats it. So this she tells. Then again, 86, Ganesh Puja, Sri Mataji says, if your Ganesh Tattva is not settled, your Ganesh principle is not settled, your realization has no meaning. It's a very big statement. Now, what happens is, when we are innocent, we can easily forgive people. And when we forgive, the Ajna Chakra opens more easily. Once the Ajna Chakra opens easily, the heart opens. It's not the other way around. Mahashivratri Puja 89. And heart is connected with our Sahasrara, Brahmaranta. If heart is closed, Sahasrara cannot open. So how important it is. And mind you, I am not telling you about Sri Ganesha because I'm Maharashtrian. Make this point. Okay, so because if that would have been the case, all the Maharashtrians would have been Sajoga. And that's not the case. Some Maharashtrians have gone down on this point very badly, which breaks my heart. And to make this point, I would like to narrate a small incident which happened about 20-25 years ago. A couple used to come to our house. They had a small son, almost same age of as my son. They had a toy. They played the whole evening while we were meditating. And while going home, this small boy wanted the toy to take with him home, as usual. And my son, no. Both started crying. We hid the toy somehow. And then the other boy, he shouted, he really didn't want to go home. Cried. Finally, obviously he had to go home. Then I said I should have given him the toy. I felt so bad. The whole week I waited so that next time I can come and, so say him sorry. And when he came next time, I said, I wanted to apologize. And I said, what happened last time? So I'm really sorry. And he looked at me perplexed. And I realized that he had completely forgotten about the incident. And I said, oh God, he's so innocent. That innocence makes you forget. I say 3 F's: forgive, forget, and finish. So that innocence, of course, with the elders, I think so it would have been a different story. But he forgot completely. And then I said, yes, this is the innocence which really we should try to imbibe. The second chapter is about bhakti and shraddha. I'll quickly give, he has given a good thing, but I'll just quickly go, because we did not consult, but we are more complimentary about other things. Now, bhakti, bhakti is devotion, shraddha is faith. And 30th March 1990, Sri Mataji gives three yuktis, 3 tricks, three techniques to progress in Sahaja. You must read that. It's in Hindi, unfortunately, but English translation is available. And in one of them, Sri Mataji says the definition of Ananya Bhakti. Ananya, as you know, it's not duality. It's one with it. Okay, one with Sri Mataji. And she defines it and she explains it. First time, I think so, the only time she said that. And she said, Ananya Bhakti is, you should see what I see. You should work as I work. You should think as I think. And then she says, you should love others as you love me. That's the thing. That's Ananya Bhakti. But going ahead about this Bhakti, it's more bigger definition of Bhakti is that in every walk of life, I would go ahead and say every thinking of our being, we should remember that we are son and daughter of Sri Adi Shakti. And there should not be anything, any talk which will displease her, which will give bad name to her, or which will at least make her sorry for giving us realization. So this is the real devotion we should have. Yes, we can of course offer flowers, yes, but from this other point of view. Now, the faith part of it is, Sri Mataji explains very much that it's enlightened faith, the solid faith. In Easter Puja 1993, she said. And this, in the faith, we say mantras, we say prayers, we do a lot of things, rituals. And let me just quote you, because I want to quote Sri Mataji. the definition of mantra and prayers. September 1983, Vienna. What is a mantra? She says, it is that power of the word that expresses the spirit. A mantra is nothing but a thought which is vibrated. Even a thought which is vibrated. What are prayers? Navratri Puja 89 UK. It is not how many words you use for a prayer, but it is how deeply you have touched the feet of the divine that is important. And then she also says the importance of dharma. 30th December 1979, Mumbai. It is not how many times you meditate. It is not how many times you sit in water, use my photograph, or what you do, and all these rituals. It is not that. It is how much dharma you have within your heart. That is important. So that's about dharma. That's about some things. Second is surrendering. Somebody told me a very small definition. What is surrendering? He said, surrendering is not worrying. When we surrender something, we just forget, yes, I surrender this problem at your feet. Let me not worry about it. And this surrendering has to be unconditional. Not negotiable, not negotiating. Like in India, we say, okay, Sri Ganesha, give me a son, so I give you 100 rupees. It's not negotiating. Unconditional means, okay, today I put a bandhan, tomorrow the war should stop. What we should do is, mother, for my individual problem, there is some problem which is always coming in my mind, which does not allow me to meditate, to be in connection with you. So I want to surrender this problem at your lotus feet. Please take away this problem and solve it at your desire, as and when you desire. Okay? And if it's collective, okay, same thing. So mother, I put this problem at your feet. You can do it individually, collectively. But then try to forget about it. I know it's difficult, it's not easy. Now, when we are surrendering, even the satanic forces do not have any effect on us. 19 October 1980. I want to keep the dates properly because it's not a puja. So, this says, what I do is many times, really when it's really something hurts me, divisions in Sahaja Yoga, this, that, I write a letter to Sri Mataji. I keep it on her lotus feet. I write a real letter, means as if you no scratches or anything. Put it, and then 10 days we put it in sea, water, bury. And when Sri Mataji was with us, when she went to Oxted, Surrey, I remember I used to write to her. And in one of those letters, I tried a level best to pass my exams in first class, BSc exams. I just, some few marks I lost. Wrote to her, said, oh, maybe it's your wish, it's good for my ego and all that. And in so few days, something happened here in Bombay, and I got my first class. She told her, how did you tell this story to the villagers? We used to go to Maharashtra tour. I used to tell this, so I'm telling you. And then what happened? Once, this letter, I misplaced it. I don't know where it went. And then after about 4 years, I got this letter somewhere. And in that, I'd asked Sri Mataji, please give me the joy in meditation. And secondly, I'm getting angry very easily. Please take away this anger from me. And she had granted these two things in my 4 years. So since that time, I always feel that Sri Mataji has told, write to me, write. But when you write, when your thought comes, yes, okay, Sri Mataji, I have put it, why should I worry now? There is somebody else to worry about it, isn't it? So it's not me, it's Sri Mataji says in Rauri, meaning of Nirmala, she says, the whole system is there to help you out. Why are you trying to work it out? So these are the some things. Now surrendering. Another thing is collectivity. Obviously, collectivity is very, very important. We are one part of the body. I'm taking this opportunity. This book, though I don't know why I'm in front of you, but many, many people have really put a lot of work for making this book, and I really thank them. They don't want their names to be told anyway. So really, yes. So it's like this. In the body, you see the face and everything, but there are intestines. There are a lot of things working inside. The collectivity is like this. It's not 2-3 people. Some people you see, it's inside. And when there is collectivity, there is Sri Mataji. I will tell you just one small experience which I had 78, 79 in Rauri. We were just 4 of us, Sri Mataji, Rahul Bhai, myself, and then a yogi was organizing. Sri Mataji told him in the evening, there were some 40-50 Sahayogis from abroad. Why don't you bring them here? She asked 3-4 times. He did not. For some reason, he did not bring them. And then, okay, she did not insist. Next day, we learned that they were expecting Sri Mataji to come to do a puja. They prepared everything. And that time, there were no mobiles. So, they did a Nirakara puja. You know what happened? Sri Mataji was physically with us, but she was not with us. She was with them. So that's collectivity. Now, another thing is recognition of Sri Mataji. It's a gradual process. It's not, no. That recognition is comes from obviously the meditation. But before recognizing Sri Mataji, we should recognize the divinity within us. Sri Mataji talks it very, very well. Sahasrara Puja 1991. Listen to Sahasrara Pujas, are very good. 1991. He said, you should recognize that you are a divine person. Who is recognizing me? Otherwise, it's a blind person. You should recognize the divinity within you. For this, I'll just give you one example. We were having this public programs, morning, evening, 74 from 73 morning, evening, but 74 only evening programs. I was in front. Then Sri Mataji was talking. Suddenly, Sri Mataji gave a stern glance. In Marathi, we call it Kataksha. I said, what is it? Who is it? And then we saw that he was a big Sadhu Maharaj, long hair, big beard. And I purposely went to him to ask him if he wants his realization. He said, leave me alone. He didn't say anything. Okay. But then Sri Mataji got up and she was about to go. And he came from the other side. And I thought, I don't know what he wants to do to Sri Mataji. And we were sort of, I told my other young, there was no Yuva that time. We will, intervene in case. He literally fell on Sri Mataji's feet like a coconut tree. And Sri Mataji just stopped him like this on his Ajna. I don't know with the finger or Ajna Chakra, I don't remember that. And he just gave a big sigh of relief, like this. And he went away. Sri Mataji went away. I said, what's this? We didn't know what was happening. Then we asked Sri Mataji. And Sri Mataji, only Adishakti can give realization. Only Adishakti can give realization, not anybody else. Now, she said, this Hatha Yogi, he came from the Himalayas, and they have their Kundalini and gets blocked here. And when their Kundalini gets blocked, it's like 1,000 bees pricking at the same time. So it's very, very painful. And he knew that I am coming here. These people, they know me much better than you. And he came all the way to get his realization. And when I put my hand, the Kundalini went up and he was relieved. And he went, that's a good thing. And then she said, when your ajna is blocking, you just feel some pressure, you just feel something, because my umbrella of my protection is always there on you. My umbrella of my protection is always there on you. So should keep that umbrella, should not go out of the umbrella. So, so this is something. And then we also, there is, we have to see about the thoughtlessness. Thoughtlessness is another book coming up. I feel it's like, all the fishes very nicely swimming in some pond or river. Fisherman comes, he said, oh, what are you doing there? That's not the real thing. Real thing is here, when it's dry. Everything is there. Fishes couldn't understand. So he said, yes, that's not the real thing. Sri Mataji says always, you're all in the Maya. And let me just quote one thing, what she says. What happens when you have your realization, when you are in thoughtlessness? What happens is, when you are in thoughtlessness, you must know that you are in the kingdom of God, and His people, His arrangements, His consciousness is going to look after you. I quote, Gudi Padwa, 1976, it's a very, very good puja, 38 March 1976, Delhi. So this is what happens when we are in thoughtlessness. Now, thoughtlessness, it's, the gateway to the heaven. It's the visa to go in this state. Whenever we listen to some music, like last night, a lot of musicians were so good, especially the Zaz, complete thoughtlessness. Just, you're triggered into thoughtlessness. So in birthday public program celebrations 86, she says, whenever you listen to music, you should go in thoughtlessness. Whenever you sing bhajans, you should be in thoughtlessness. Whenever you're talking, thoughtlessness. When you're meditating, you should be in thoughtlessness. And also there is one more thing which always is very important, is the lotus feet of Sri Mataji. Can we just see the photo? Number 4. Is there? Okay, so you see these two boys, they are just watching the feet of Sri Mataji. So whenever you have any problem, just watch the feet of Sri Mataji. You put your problems, yes, you talk to the photo, you write letter, all the problems will be just going away. Just let it go. Because she solves, we don't solve. I'm just, when I see the feet of, we had lots of opportunities to massage the feet of Sri Mataji. So for us, it's more easier than visualize. Now, the last and not the least is the Sahasrara. When we get our realization, Sri Mataji has opened 3 detection instruments in us. One is the vibrations, second is the Kundalini, and third is the Sahasrara. You can feel either of these things, you can feel. Sahasrara is the most powerful thing, because in the Sahasrara, it's, this promise where Sri Mataji gave in 76, how to meditate. She says, I am with you every moment. You have to just close your eyes and I'll come and help you with all my powers. With all my powers. And she says that you have to be mine. Where is she? She's just like when you have a laptop screen, you have got some photo, you can just take it down, but when you just click, the whole thing comes. Just put your attention here and the whole thing comes up. It's something like that. And in Sahasrara, she has redeemed us, but also she comforts us. when we are in distress, if you are in distress, we just put our attention here, you feel the vibrations, you can be, it will be soothing. And she counsels us. If somebody is telling something and you feel suddenly the vibration, it's a spontaneous process. Feel the vibrations on the Sahasrara, it can never be wrong. Because Sahasrara is the Satya Khanda, it's the zone of truth. Talk of Sri Mataji about Sahasrara in Delhi 1983. So it's the zone of truth. And what happens also, there is another talk it's called Samagrata. Agra means the whole, Samagra means all the holes joined together, like a needle or beads. All the holes are joined together. So Sahasrara does not only integrate our own chakras, but Sahasrara, it integrates all the Sahasraras together. This avatar, and when I saw all these creatures connected with the tails, we are connected with the Sahasraras. With the Sahasraras, it's like it's like a Giger-Muller counter, like your nuclear waves, it says, so it detects. And the Sahasrara is the only instrument which will work out Sahaja Yoga in the modern times. Sahasrara Puja 1991. And how does it do? Because when the Sahasrara opens, all your misidentifications, all your ours, illusions, all our self-imposed ignorance drops down. Srimati tells in 1998, Sahasrara Puja. So lots of things, when the Sahasrara opens, it's really the best. And let's, just one small thing about the meditation, is that when we are in meditation, we of course do the individual meditation. When the meditation is deep enough, all these things we have talked, it becomes a package, it goes hand in hand. We have the bhakti, we have the surrender, we have the faith, everything is there inside, because everything is together. And one more thing very, very important which happens is that the Sahasrara, which the first time in the history that we are emitting the divine into the surroundings. Gudi Padwa Puja again 76. The first time we are emitting the divine into the surroundings. And how do we do that? We do through vibrations. She has talked about vibrations some places, but there is a very beautiful talk about 7-8 minutes, December 78. What are vibrations? So Srimati says, vibrations, they think, they organize, they have got communication centers, all those things. And then what she says is the vibrations which do everything. You don't do anything. She repeats, you really don't do anything. When she repeats something, that means something. That means something. So this is, we have to remember also, there is two things which Srimati also says when she repeats Powers of Sahaja Yoga is 1980, that whatever are your desires, if your desires are correct, all your desires will be fulfilled, all. And those who feel sometimes a bit what's happening, Sahaja Yoga, this and that, remember what Sri Mataji says in 2003 Diwali Puja. It's a 5-minute talk where Sri Mataji says, Sahaja Yogis, they have got a very, very bright future. Your destiny will work it out. And she says, it will happen. Now I am telling, but when it will happen, you will remember that I had told you. So these are the things which really help us to go above all those things which affect us in our day-to-day life. So I think so now we will just try to go into meditation, because meditation is something which takes us to go inside ourselves. Because with these vibrations, we emit through our antennas. The more deep we go inside ourselves, the more these antennas grow outside. And these antennas, they emit those vibrations. Srimati talks in Sydney, May 1987. So I think so it's high time we all just go into meditation. For the vibrations, there is one book which, can you please show this? One book which Sri Mataji told one Mr. Fadke, she insisted that he write a book. And it's a very, very good book which he wrote. It's on Divine Kulbris. It's also there in Marathi. And it's really fantastic how he has worked. He had got the advantage of being with Sri Mataji. And that's why she said, you must write these experiences. So I invite you to download this. It's about 300 pages, but it's worth reading when you have time. Okay. So we will just bow down to Sri Mataji. Sri Mataji, please allow me your humble child to go into the state of meditation. I solicit, I request your permission to go into this state of meditation. You can say the three Mahamantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्रीसहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. The topic of today's meditation is the importance of meditation. So we will just see an extract of the importance of meditation taken from two different talks. We can see the video.
Is of course very intimate, that you should be in my body. But if you people are not meditating, it's very mundane thing I must tell you. Dhyana gamya. If you are not meditating, then I have no relationship with you. You are not my relation. You have no right on me. You have no question to be asked, why this is happening, why that is happening. So if you do not meditate, I always say meditate, meditate. I have nothing to do with you, and no more there for me. It has no connection with you. Then you are like all other people. You may be Sahajogis, you might have got your Sahajoga degree from your leaders, maybe, I don't know. And maybe that you are regarded as something very great. But if you do not do your meditation every day, evening, morning or evening, you will be really not anymore in the realm of Sri Mataji. Because the connection is only through dhyana, through meditation. I have known people who do not do meditation. Then they suffer, their children suffer, then something happens, then they start coming and telling me. But I see clearly that the person is not meditating. I have no relationship with him. He has no right to ask me anything. In the beginning, of course, the meditation takes some time. But once you will know what is meditation is, how you enjoy my company, how you are one with me, how we can have a rapport with each other. There's no need to have anything else in between, like writing letters or maybe some sort of a special connection, nothing. Only thing that is needed is the meditation. In meditation you grow. In that spiritually you become higher. And when that happens, you start, in a way, I would say, that when you reach a state of that, I should say, maturity in Sahaja, then you don't want to give up your meditation, because that time you are absolutely one with me. That doesn't mean for 3 hours, 4 hours you should do meditation. But it is how much intensely you are with me is important. Now it is not how much time you are with me. Then I am responsible for your children, for everyone. I am responsible for your ascent, for your protection, to save you from all your negativity. So it's not like a father who will directly punish you. It's not that. But it's just, all right, you are not my relation, I'm out. That's the only thing that can happen. If you are not meditating, all right, I cannot force you. I have nothing to do with you. You may have other relationship outside, outward, But this inner relationship by which you get your benevolence, you cannot have without meditation. I've been telling all of you, please meditate every day. But I think people are also not understanding the importance of what I'm saying. Because they tell me, Mother, we don't meditate. Why? Now we are realized, so why should we meditate? Now this instrument is fully made. But if it is not all the time connected for the mains, what's the use of having it? In that meditation, you will feel the love, the divine love, the beauty of that divine love. A complete panorama changes. A meditative person has a very different attitude, a very different temperament, a very different life, and he lives always in complete satisfaction with himself. So today, as being the first day, as you say, of the Advent, we can say that it is the first day when the Advent took place, as we are worshipping today. Of course, it was not today, but still we can say that if that is true, if it has happened, and it has been helpful to you, it has been a great blessing to you, then must know how to preserve it, must know how to enhance it, must know how to enjoy it. You should not just get satisfied with one, you can say, one dance drama or one this thing, one that. But you should have a full oneness with the divine, full oneness. And that is possible only if you really meditate, which is quite a easy thing to do. To meditate is, some people say, Mother, we cannot get over time, we cannot think, we are all the time thinking something, or that time we want to see the watch. In the beginning, you may have a little problem. I'm not saying you may not have, you may have. But that's only in the beginning. But gradually you will be all right. Gradually you will master it. Gradually you will know it so well that you would not like to have anything else of a cheaper type. You wouldn't care for such a thing. You see, so to get to your beauty, to get to your glory, to get to your own great personality, which is now exposed to you, only thing you have to do really religiously is to meditate. That's not that. Every day you should do meditation. Those who
can continue with this talk on importance of meditation. It is the Diwali Puja 2002.
you and I is of course very intimate. Every day you should do meditation. Those who do not do meditation are capable of falling down. Because meditation is like putting oil into the lamp. Those who do not meditate think they can do without it are sadly mistaken. They have to meditate morning and evening. The problem is everything comes so handy, so simple, that they don't understand that meditation is very important. Many people. Not you, but there are many I know who get realization, don't meditate. And their style is different. Their nature is different. Meditation is such a soothing thing, such a beautiful way of connection with the divine, that all your problems get solved in that meditative mood. If you are not meditating, you are not following meditation, then maybe your light will go down. It won't give sufficient. It's important, very important, to find out about yourself, about others, in the meditation. How to do meditation? Many people ask. Don't do anything. To just go into thoughtless awareness. Try to go to the thoughtless awareness. If you can get into that condition of thoughtless awareness, you've done your job. Because that's the point where you are with the truth, with the reality, with the joy, with everything that is so fundamental. When you meditate, try not to make some sort of a function out of it. No. Meditation is something silencing yourself, silencing your thoughts, and going to that deep ocean which is within you itself. But supposing you don't do that, if you don't meditate, I can make out immediately those who are meditating and those who are not. It's not difficult for me. Those who do not meditate are always hesitating. They are confused. They can't understand. And that's why meditation is the most important thing in search. Just like a light burns with the electricity flowing in it, we can say, or by because of the candles. In the same way, meditation is a continuous availability of the divine force. That will reduce all your apprehensions. Not only that, but takes out all the negative thoughts. It takes out all the discouraging things. And when you are meditating like that, thoughtless awareness, then you'll be amazed how you are helped from within and without. It's a terrible power that works, this thoughtless awareness. So those who do not meditate cannot go very much far with the advantage of sadhana. One should try to meditate and go up to the point of thoughtless awareness. So what happens to you? If you are in thoughtless awareness, what happens to you? is that you get the confidence, complete confidence of divinity. It's only possible when you meditate and become thoughtlessly aware. That's the point where divine works. It helps. It comes to your help in such a way that you don't know how you have achieved it. So thoughtless awareness is the first point all of you should achieve. Very important. After that, we can achieve something else. But the first step is thoughtless awareness. It's very important to become thoughtlessly aware, because then there are no thoughts coming from the left or right, from the present or the future. Just in the present, you are there. It's something you all have. It's not that I'm saying that to you, but all of you have this. But steady yourself. You have to steady yourself at thoughtless awareness. How long? That's not the point. The point is, once you touched it, you will go on touching it. Many people meditate, but their thought process is going on. They are not thoughtlessly silent. Now, this is the one point which is very important. If you have to grow, you should be absolutely in connection with the divine through thoughtless awareness. You don't have to pray. You don't have to call anyone. Nothing. It just works because it is within you. All these thoughts are bombarding from both the sides in your mind. These thoughts that are coming to you have no meaning within. They do not substantiate yourself. You are an ocean. And you have to get into that state of thoughtless awareness. It is always described while meditating, go into thoughtless awareness. No thought is important because it's your own creation. But if you have to become with the divine creation, you have to get to that state of thoughtless awareness, minimum of minimum. Once that comes to you, gradually it will grow. And you will be amazed how you will be able to grow into Sajjana in a very big way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shri Mataji. Thanks. After listening to this beautiful talk, we are all already in thoughtless state. But to enhance it, stabilize it, and finally to go and meet Mother in the Sahasrara. In our heart, we'll pray to Sri Ganesha to ask his blessings. Sri Ganesha, we are surrendered to our dear Mother, but we do not know her fully. You know her fully, very well. Please give me your blessings and take me to her. With full devotion and attention on our Muladhara chakra, can just say once mantra of Sri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. For a few seconds, just keep our attention on Muladhara Chakra. Now we'll try to work on a little bit on our aspect of thoughtlessness, thoughtless attention. We have our attention everywhere. We try to put it on something. When we put bandhans, for example, is our attention always thoughtless? If it's not thoughtless, it will not work. It's like sun's rays are there everywhere. When they fall on paper, nothing happens to the paper. When they go through a magnifying glass, it works on the paper. Same way our attention is everywhere. If we put our attention somewhere, it does not work. The magnifying glass is our thoughtlessness. When our attention is thoughtless, and with this thoughtless attention, we put on anything, it works. Let's just listen to a small extract of Sri Mataji on this point, given in Ganpati Pule 1998, Christmas Puja. You can see the video.
Goes into their head becomes mental somehow. And then they ask me questions, Father, did you say it this way? What is the... I said, yeah, I said it to make you thoughtless. Just to stun you. I didn't say this to sit down and analyze and do, no. I said this that you become absolutely shocked and stunned. So, The best thing for all of you is to become thoughtless. That's the blessing of Christ. That's what He worked it out for. And I'm sure if you work it out, that don't pay attention to others. Don't react. Just don't react. Everything they will see, they'll react. What is the need? What is the use? What are you going to do with that reaction? This reaction creates nothing but ripple of thoughts in your mind. I have told you hundreds of times. And now you have to become absolutely thoughtless after this puja. If that happens, I think we have achieved a lot. That's the biggest blessing that Christ has given you, which you should really enjoy. Then only this Akash Tattva in you will work. And how it works? Through your attention. It works with me, as you know. With my attention, I work out many things. How? Just my attention has become thoughtless. Just thoughtless. It goes wherever it goes, it works. But if you put your attention for thought all the time, for thinking, then it doesn't do the work that it is supposed to do. Attention works marvelously if you are thoughtless, otherwise it doesn't. So it has to rise from your own self, then from others, to the higher level of humanity, where you are in communication with the sky, which we can call it as the tanmatra, or the essential or the essence of ether. With ether, you can have television, you can have telephone. It's a miracle otherwise. But with this tanmatra, sitting down here, you can do the job. It works. Just attention works. I know that. You also know very well. You don't have to ask me to put the attention. You just put the attention and it will work. It's a very important thing that you have got. I think that is the first thing. Once you have, no problem. But we start manifesting from the earth element, then from the Agni element, then from the Jala element, and then we come to Tejas. The face starts shining. But lastly, we get this thoughtless awareness by which our attention is absolutely free to do some special work. But if you are all the time thinking, then for this attention is so busy, so very busy. You don't have to ask me then whether please pay attention. You can pay attention and you can work it out. In this attention, you don't feel what you got, what you are standing, what you are wearing. what others are doing. No, nothing. You are one with yourself.
Thank you, Sri Mataji. For your divine wisdom. We can all put our right hand on the forehead. Slightly bend our head in front. With full humility, ask Sri Mataji. Sri Mataji, please give me the blessings of thoughtless attention. Thoughtlessness is called nirvichara. Attention is chitta. And one who bestows upon us this attention, thoughtless attention, is pradayini, like moksha pradayini. So with full devotion, we say once the mantra of Shri Nirvichar Chitta Pradayini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvichara Chitta Pradayini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. And take down our hand. Now if you see thoughtlessness has already been established in our Ajna Chakra. Let us stabilize it. So that we can see the thoughtlessness like a blank screen on the Ajna Chakra, no thoughts. Listen to the silence within us and feel the vibrations on the hands, with the attention on the Sahasrara. The last stage is the destination where we go and meet Sri Mataji in the Sahasrara. In total thoughtlessness. Like in Indian temples, you keep your shoes outside. So we keep the thoughts outside when you go to meet Sri Mataji. So we can all put our right hand on the Sahasrara, bend a little bit in front, massage it with a small prayer. Sri Mataji, Please allow me to enter your kingdom, enter your domain. Please accept me as a child forever and ever with all my limitations. Please forgive me if I have done anything wrong against your principles. Please nourish me and let me feel the joy of Sahasrara, the Nirananda. Now you can slightly raise your hand, take it above. You can feel the cool breeze coming out of the Sahasrara. Take it above more and more. And you can take it down the hand. Now starts the second stage of our meditation, the most important one. First stage is the preparation. The doing part of it is called nyasa. Second part is the being part, where we don't do anything. We are just nourished by Sri Mataji in the Sahasrara. As the baby sucks the milk, we suck the vibrations from our Sahasrara, from Sri Mataji. So we'll do that for quite some time now. No thought is important. Is the most important time. So we'll remain in Sahasrara in total silence. So we'll just thank Sri Mataji for this beautiful moment she allowed us to spend with her in the meditative state. Thank you again and again, Sri Mataji. Thank you very much. So we will all say the mantra of Sahasrara.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीमहालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै देव्यै नमो नमः। श्रीनिर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी की जय। जय श्री माता जी, जय श्री माता जी, जय श्री माता जी. Can all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise your Kundalini and put a bandhan. So I give the mic to Sandeep Bulgang. The thing is very interesting coming up. So we'll all keep the attention on the Sahasrara for the rest of the seminar. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody. Jai Shri Mataji.
Now we are going to have a little workshop. So this is something that we always do, so it should be very easy. But I wanted to mention that this really is inspired from the 2008 Puja speech of Shrimataji of Guru Puja here from Kabela, where she has said that we all should every year get some time, work on each other. So that this is what exactly we are going to do to continue with this beautiful meditation. So we are going to separate into ladies and gents. So we are going to work in group of 4 people, 5 people, with one person who is going to volunteer to be worked by the other 3. So I would request we can start maybe separating into men and ladies. The working out is going to be very simple since we had such beautiful day today with Havan and now with this beautiful meditation. So we'll be just discharging the left and the right side. So with the left hand towards Shrimataji, right hand on Mother Earth, and then right hand towards Shrimataji, and the left hand towards the Akash Tattva, towards the sky, clearing out both the channels. And then the 3 people who are working should really, let's say, balance the channel. So, either putting left to right or right to left based on what you feel on your palms of your hand. Then you will feel and work on any, let's say, blockages that you might feel. Obviously, in a very normal way, like what we do, give a bandhan. If you are behind, in the anti-clockwise, or you're in the front, then clockwise direction. Then we'll, after that, raise and tie the Kundalini. We'll pray and thank Shrimataji for person who's going to feel the cool vibrations. One thing we wanted to do is you have a few minutes for exchanging information with the person that you have worked on. because we want to follow up, like whatever we feel in terms of catches or blockages, please let the person know. The person should then, before our next seminar, try to work out on whatever that was felt and free that, so that for the next growth seminar, he should, or she should, I would say, feel good, if there is any kind of a blockage and so on and so forth. So it's like a growth movement. Like today we work on each other, and then when we will work again, maybe in the next seminar, we should, with Mother's grace, feel a little difference. So this is what we are going to do. It would not or should not take too much time. I'll ask Wolfgang to a little bit arrange this, because we are going to do this also online with, I don't know, it's Zoom breakout rooms. So let's start, while they are going to do that technically, let's start in the hall, having group of 3 or 4 people. So please get together. Try to select people who you don't normally know. Try to be with people who you don't normally know.
Thank you, Sandeep, for introducing. So we are forming the groups now. You can also stretch yourself first before you sit down again. Probably we all need that a bit. And breathe in deeply, stretch yourself. For those who are on the internet, now this is only for those who are on the internet, you will now invited to breakout rooms. That means all of a sudden you either will find yourself in a room with all of a sudden just a few people. That's the probably thing to happen, or you might be asked to accept to be in the breakout room. But usually you just put out to the breakout room. Means you meet all of a sudden a few people, 4, 5, 6 people, whom you don't know, and there you start working on each other, as dear Sandeep has just described. You can introduce yourself first, that you know who is who and how you're going to manage this. If you are kind of thrown out, try to go in again. Means just go to the main room, and our technical team is going to connect you again to a breakout room. If you happen to watch from YouTube, you will still be with us, because our dear Vladimir will walk around with the camera and visit the different breakout teams here in the hall. And maybe he will ask some questions. So you'll be there along with us. We'll be having these breakout rooms for 20 minutes. And then we have the chance, or you all have the chance, to ask questions to people like our dear Nalgirka is already waiting, Uncle Nalgirka, whom you know from the weddings. We will introduce him later on, or Dr. Rai, Dr. Suchata is here, Sandeep, of course, and we have Avtud. So there are many people here whom you can ask questions. But first, breakout rooms. So, dear Vladimir, are you ready with your camera? Are you all ready to work on each other? I can't hear you.
So, raise hands who are in 4. 3 or 4 people. You all are in a group. 4 people. Yes. Good. Good. So, each group of 4, you start with collectively taking a bandhan. So let's work this out together. after the bandhan, you have to have one volunteer who is you are going to work on. So everyone has a volunteer. Feels like that. So the next step will be very simply, the person can put his left hand towards Shrimati, right hand on the ground. So you discharge the left side. Then we have the person changes the hands with right hand towards Shrimataji and left hand towards this Akash Tattva, the sky element. So after we discharge the right, then the person can bring the hand down. Then we can bring down the hand on and spread both hands properly towards the picture of Shrimati. Now the people who are working can feel the vibrations on the channels, balance the channels, or feel the blockages and giving bandhans on the chakras.
Those who are watching us on YouTube, there are quite many. If you want to join, you can just take the Zoom link yourself in, and then you can do the breakout rooms. So all those who are on YouTube, just take the link for the Zoom, which was sent in the chat, and then you can also join the breakout rooms.
The person or the group is feeling cool on both hands, on top of the head. So if you're feeling cool, both hands on the top of the head, you can raise and tie the Kundalini, thanking Shri Mataji for making us feel this beautiful cool breeze. Take a moment after to share the experience or share what was felt, and the person who was worked upon maybe should take a note of what was being told to in terms of what the others felt. And maybe at the local centers you can continue this process and pray to Shri Mataji that any kind of hurdle or blockage that was there gets resolved. Try to nourish the channel or the center that needs help. So if we have some more time, then we change the person. Then the other person comes, and then the other three work on the person. The person who is meditating is better has eyes closed.
Beethoven stava lì e dopo si sono piazzati, qui è arrivato quello la sente. E ti dico, nella storia e nella musica c'è questa. Quindi,
It's okay.
So slowly come to an end.
Magari. Magari, oh. Ma magari me lo passano alla Rai.
Zoom breakout rooms. Can you call them back in 1 minute? Can you call them back in 1 minute from the breakout rooms? Can you call them back? Can you call them back from the breakout rooms in 1 minute? Good. So for those who are here, you have been all called back from the breakout rooms into the main room, and those who are physically here, we are sitting in the same room. So this is technically very challenging, but so far Srimataji blessed us. It all worked well. And if you watch here on stage, I'm sure you have seen it, but have you seen all these crowns? All the crowns that had been lined up here. If you just want to open your hands, just watch the crowns on stage. They all had been offered to Srimataji at some point. And all the blessings of these pujas, they're there. Lined up here. And just imagine what an immense vibrations that means, and just feel it.
Recording in progress.
So we have
Girish, yeah.
And Maria Amelia, please, would you also come? And this is the now, dear Mr. Nargirke, you all know him. Those who are married, they know him very well. And Srimataji gave him almost every function possible in the world of leader of India, world leader, everything. But most of all, he's such a devoted Sahaja Yogi and such a straightforward, structured man. It's so beautiful to be in meetings with him. He's always to the point. He's always just right there. And so this wonderful person, together with Dr. Rai, who was leading the Vashi Health Center for such a long time, who has got all this experience in how to treat people. Dr. Suchata, who was told by Srimataji several times to practice the Ayurveda to become a doctor in that, and who has shown such beautiful results. All of them are here. Maria Amelia, who has been in Sahaja Yoga for so long, such an experienced, dignified yogini, and all those whom we have already introduced to you. So please ask your questions. You can ask them online and they will pass it on to us, and you can ask them here in the hall, please.
If you raise the hand, I can bring the mic to you if there are questions.
And those who are online, if you have any questions already written down there. Oh yeah, there is a question. Thank you, Etsu. Thank you, Etsu. Now everybody is thoughtless. That's our own fault. We should have done this the other way around. Are there any questions coming from the internet? So far, nothing. Yeah, Avdut, I really blame you because you made them thoughtless. There is a question coming.
Jai Shri Mataji. Sorry. Jai Shri Mataji. During the Havan, which was performed in these 2 years, I saw many times was put the aggressiveness, the war, half-baked Sahaja yogis. So, if I remember right, our mother teaches us always, if the negativity is the left side, never use the water, and if it's the right side, never use the fire. So, the question is, if it's right to put in the Havan this kind of the negativities.
Did everybody understand the question? Was the sound good enough here? And on the internet, no. So internet did not understand, so I repeat the question.
The war, I understand that the war was put.
The question was, yes, if we should put right-sided negativity, something like aggression, into a Havan or not. Can we have an answer, please? Will you put Uncle Nagirka on that?
Yeah, I can answer. In Hauna, you can put all kinds of negativities. So you don't have to think whether it is a right or left. If it is a negativity, because we take name of all agurus, kugurus, rakshasas, all bad people, most of them may be right-sided. So we put all negativities into the Hauna. But one thing is sure, the more you do Hauna, your left side gets cleared and you start going to the right side. So we should do Hauna, the number, the hours and the number of Hauna within the limit, not too much. But whenever you are doing, you can put all negativities into the Hauna and not to think about that.
Thank you, dear Uncle Nagirka. Thank you, dear Uncle Nagirka. For those who did not understand the answer, did you understand it properly? Could you hear it? Yes, fantastic. And also, likewise, can you highlight those who speak, like Uncle Nagirka, and those who give the answer, so that everybody can see them and hear them? Any other questions you have? There are also health questions. We have doctors here, Dr. Wright, Dr. Suchata, Uncle Nagirka, everybody. So please feel free to ask.
There was one question online, on internet.
Give the answer so that everybody can see them and hear them.
And the question was how to maintain nirvicharita whole day. Whole day means, so that was the question. So there was one question online. So the answer to that question is, Sri Mataji has given many examples, like you are a child is flying the kite. He is holding the thread in hand and looking, keeping attention on the kite, and at the same time, he is talking to his friends around with him. He is talking, but his attention is on the kite. Similarly, a lady holding her child on her waist and doing all the work, household work in the house. So she's doing the work, but at the same time, she's keeping her attention on the child. So there are many such examples. So we can do all our whole day the work, whether in the house or in the office, and we can keep our part of the attention on Sahasrara and keep doing the work. And you will find that you are not catching anywhere, and you are keeping in thoughtlessness also. So it is like a partly keeping attention on Sahasrara and the rest of the attention on your work. So this is the solution. But at the same time, as explained, we should do immediately morning and evening meditation at home. So I hope it is clear. And the same thing Srimataji has explained very nicely in many lectures.
We just received another question. How to maintain thoughtless awareness whole day? And what exactly is witness state? Please.
So, again, same thing. Are you able to hear Mr. Wolfgang?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah. Yes. So the question was the same on internet, that how to maintain thoughtlessness while doing the work and remain in that state. So the example is a lady working in the house, holding her small child, baby, on the back or on the waist and doing entire work in the house. So she is keeping attention on the child, at the same time she is doing her work in the house. Similarly, there is an example that ladies, particularly in India, they carry so much water in pots on their head and walk a long distance along with their friends. So they are talking to the friends and discussing so many issues, but at the same time, their attention is on their pot, on their head. So we should do the same thing while doing work, keeping attention on Sahasrara, and we keep doing. And you will find we can maintain thoughtlessness.
Thank you very much, Uncle. There is another question from Pratmesh Taptia to everyone. How to increase the vibration sensitivity? That's an interesting one.
So today's seminar is basically for that, vertical growth. So we have to go deep into our being, and that is the spiritual growth. So we should clear out our caches every day, morning, evening. We should meditate every day, morning, evening, and develop the main qualities like humility, purity, and faith in Sri Mataji, recognition in Sri Mataji, and surrender. Also, at the same time, Sahaja Yoga is a collective movement, so we should attend the collective meditations, and we should also give self-realization to new people. So these are the things together. It works. We cannot sit alone at home and meditate whole day. We have to be in collectivity. We have to give realization to new people, At the same time, develop the basic qualities of Sri Ganesha and also recognition of Sri Mataji and complete humility. So this all together will take you to a different spiritual level, and your vibrations will grow.
Thank you, Uncle. The next one is a medical question. How to work on rheumatic diseases?
Jai Shri Mataji. Rheumatic disease, like in it is rheumatoid. There in arthritis, if it is rheumatic disease, is it rheumatic heart disease, or is it related to the bones, the rheumatic arthritis, or rheumatoid arthritis, or is it rheumatic heart disease? So, if it is rheumatic heart disease, then we have to work on the left heart, and if it is rheumatoid arthritis, so in arthritis, Shri Mataji has said that there are two types. One is osteoarthritis and one is rheumatoid arthritis. So the question is not clear whether it is osteoarthritis, it is rheumatoid arthritis, or is it rheumatic heart disease. So if that can be clarified, then we will be able to answer better. Anyway, for the three things like osteoarthritis, Shri Mataji has said it is we have to take there is too much of calcium, and in rheumatoid arthritis, then we have to take calcium. So doctors do not differentiate between that there is the level of calcium in osteoarthritis or in rheumatoid arthritis, but in Sahaj Yoga, Shri Mataji has given that the level of calcium is more in osteoarthritis. So we do not need to take calcium, whereas in rheumatoid arthritis, we need to take calcium. But for both the things, we can do some hot fermentation with the carom seeds, that is ajwain. So we can put it in, warm it, and then do the hot fermentation, warm fermentation of the joints which are there. Do the left side clearance with the 3 candle clearance, and so that will help you. And meditate with left hand to Shri Mataji and right hand to the Mother Earth. And if it is rheumatic heart disease, it is a congenital thing, then praying to Shri Mataji in the form of Lord Ganesha is also required. And we work with the candle on the left side.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rai. We just got another answer for how to maintain the state in Nirvichara of Dr. Sujata.
Jai Shri Mataji. So regarding how to maintain the attention on Sahasrara and in Nirvichara, as Shri Mataji has suggested many times, that we have to say this mantra, Naiti, that means not this, not this. So any thought that comes in our mind, we have to go on repeating that, not this, and then tuhi, that I don't exist, Mother. So if I don't exist, my thoughts also, and my ego and superego, even they don't exist. So what exists is only you. So when we recognize her, that she's the only one, and we are part of her, then everything gets dissolved. So tuhi and tuhi, you are, Mother, you are. I'm not there. This will help in entering in and remaining in thoughtless.
Thank you so much. I mean, we're getting so many questions now. I will not be able to read them out one by one, but there is one question is, why is it when we do our own individual vibratory check, the catches are different from the group?
So I would like to just add to I think to few of the questions. I'll just answer the questions which I found especially for the Yuvas, that the question that was asked, and also this question. So it is we feel the catches, as Shri Mataji has said, that some of us have certain chakras which are more sensitive. So it could be that your particular one chakra is more sensitive and you are able to appreciate the catches on that particular chakra more. So, but if it is some collective vibrations we are checking, then also it is that we whatever imbalance is there, you may feel it as your chakra is whichever chakra is more much developed in you. But the flow of vibrations, whether it is cool or warm, that is very that has to be common to everyone. It cannot be that one is feeling warm, one is other person is feeling cool breeze. So the whether it is cool or warm, that everybody feels the same. But yeah, if it is the catches that we are appreciating, depending upon whichever chakra is more much developed in an individual, that person may feel that particular catch more than what other person is appreciating. So the sensitivity varies as your vibratory awareness is at that moment and how much you are in that present moment connected to Shri Mataji. So that way it varies. And to develop the sensitivity, the question that was asked, we can also do certain certain clearance techniques, as well as like using massaging our hands with ghee or some vibrated oil like mineral oil like olive oil. So Shri Mataji has asked us to do massage, or even with simple cream. Vibrate some hand massage cream and you can use it. So massaging the hands, doing Allahu Akbar, using ghee camphor in the nose and putting some oil drops in the ear. So all the Vishuddhi clearance and nourishing nourishments which Shri Mataji has recommended, putting oil in the hair, all these will help us to develop our sensitivity in our hands to the vibrations.
Thank you.
There is one question, Mr. Wolfgang, that I think about yuvas. Somewhere I have read that. I think if Uncle can answer that question. Like there is a lot of how the yuvas can. I'm not seeing that question now.
I don't see it either. So let me have one question in between, and then Uncle can prepare for that question to answer it. And one question which I want to ask to Maria Amelia. It's from Fifi to everyone. If our children do not want to meditate, should we insist and force them?
Well, well, I'm a mother of 3 and grandmother of 2. As a mother of 3, they are all grown up. At the beginning, we insisted a lot that they would meditate, and we would call them. In the end, we realized that if you force them, it's not spontaneous, so the result will not be the same. So the best is to let them choose at a certain time if they will come and meditate or not. But of course, that means also that they have to have some maturity to do so. I think you have to see it case by case, and especially don't do something because it is meant to be done that way. You have to do it according to the child, according to he or her character, and according to the situation. So there is not a perfect role model to teach children how to meditate or to force them. Personally, I would not force. I will just explain the benefits of it and let them choose. Because like that, they know they have the responsibility. And knowing they can be responsible and they can have this responsibility will make them really think it over and maybe come.
Thank you so much, Maria Amelia, which means everything is open. Exactly. I think we could slowly come to an end to the question. If Uncle Nalkirka still has an answer prepared to the one question that Dr. Rai has communicated. Otherwise, all the questions which could not be answered and which you want to know an answer for, there is a new website of the 100 years celebration, which will be shown for the first time today in the evening program, means in a few hours. So you better join. Then you get the link. You will get it also otherwise. But there you can ask all these questions and they will be answered. But to end with the questions, can we please still have the one question that Dr. Rai has asked? And Mr. Nagirka, Uncle Nagirka, can you answer that?
Yeah, I will answer. But can you repeat the question? No. No, your mic is muted. You have to unmute your mic.
Okay. Yeah, Uncle. The question is, Uncle, yuvas who are in college and high school, there are so many temptations. How to maintain attention and how to, what is the advice for them? How to maintain attention and not be tempted and be in Sahasrara?
That is a very good and basic question these days, because this modern age and the technology has a positive effect, but at the same time many negative effects also, and they are diverting attention of all the yuvas. So the parents have to maintain in the house, in the family, the atmosphere such that they do clearing and they sit for meditation. And also they should be taught importance of attention, saving the attention. And but this is true that without their purity, without their pure eyes and their pure mind, the things cannot work. Now, that is very essential. Like Sri Ganesha qualities are basics, fundamentals to work further. And they should be taught how important it is to be clear for our spiritual growth and for our overall growth. And they should be avoided going their attention into wrong direction. But it has to be done in a very loving manner, in a very caring manner, and we cannot just order them like military style. It has to be done very carefully. And the more once they understand, their attention will automatically go towards Sri Mataji and towards the spiritual growth. Now, there is not any straightforward formula. It has to be handled case to case by the parents and see that they are not and avoid sending them to a wrong place, avoid them sending to a not required group or a company. So that has to be done. But again, it has to be done in a very loving manner, in a parental manner. So that is one. And they should listen to Sri Mataji's speeches. They should do meditation, and slowly they will understand themselves.
Thank you, Uncle. Like this, our question session. Let us come to an end with it. You know that the 100 Years website is there for you. It will be shown for the first time in a few hours. And from then onwards, it's online and you can always get information there and find answers there. And we have our dear Anurita here and our dear Horatio to end this beautiful evening, I wanted to say, this beautiful afternoon. in a meditative way. So we can another 10 minutes or 15. If you want, if you still have the power, the stamina to go really deep into it. And I want to give Sandeep the word to end it officially before we start the music.
So we really want to come prepared for the 100th birthday of Sri Mataji next year. So it's I think a beautiful initiative, very spontaneously coming together, collectively coming together. So we just humbly pray at Sri Mataji's lotus feet that she keeps us, makes us worthy of her attention, divine love, divine compassion. We simply, Mother, want to be at your lotus feet. We want to please you. We want to share this beautiful giving of yours, the blessing of yours that we cherish also with all the world. So really want to spread your message, your teachings, the self-realization. We want to share with many and more. Jai Shri Mataji.
संस्कृति गङ्गौघवा सुंदर दिव्य श्रद्धा घेऊन दिव्य श्रद्धा घेऊन चालले पथ साधनेचा गुरुपदाते पावले चालले पथ साधनेचा गुरुपदाते पावले विश्व हे सामावले विश्व हे सामावले ज्ञानरूपा हे विराटा अणु अणुत तुझ पाहू दे ज्ञानरूपा हे विराटा अणु अणुत तुझ पाहू दे शक्तियुक्ती नम्रता दे शील शुभ संकल्प दे शील शुभ संकल्प दे आत्मज्ञाने निश्चये मन चेतनामय जाहले आत्मज्ञाने निश्चये मन चेतनामय जाहले विश्व हे सामावले हे सामावले हे प्रभो तू ज्ञानरूपे कल्पवृक्षाला विले कल्पवृक्षाला विले बहरल्या शाखातयांच्या चिंतनी मन रंग विश्व हे सामावले विश्व हे सामावले आता विश्वात्मके देवे येणे वाग्यज्ञे तोषावे तोषो निमज द्यावे पसायाने जे खळांची व्यंकटी सांडो तया सत्कर्मी रतिवाढो भूता परस्परे जडो मैत्र जीवाचे दुरिताचे तिमिर जावो विश्वस्वधर्म सूर्य पाहो जो जे वांछील तो ते लाहो प्राणी जात वर्षत सकळ मंगळी ईश्वर निष्ठांची मांदियाळी अनवरत भूमंडळी भेट तू भूता चला कल्पतरूंचे आरव चेतना चिंता मणीचे गाव बोलते जे अर्णव पियुषाचे चंद्रमेचे अलांछन मार्तंडचे तापहीन जे सर्वाही सदा सज्जन सोय रे हो तू किंबहुना सर्वसुखी पूर्ण होनी तिन्ही लोकी भजी जो आदि पुरुषी अखंडित आणि ग्रंथोपजीविये विशेषी लोकीये दृष्टा दृष्ट विजये हो आवोची एथ म्हणे श्री विश्वेश्वरा हा होईल दान पसावो येणे वरे ज्ञान देवो सुखिया
Before we just quietly bow down and thank Sri Mataji, and I leave this again to dear Sandeep with all our heart. And I want to thank also especially Alan Barrera and his wife Claire, because we haven't been mentioning them so far. And without them, nothing would work. They did all put together all this book. They were hours and hours working, calling. I mean, there's such an engine for this 100-year celebration you can't imagine. And we are so proud to have such beautiful brothers and sisters. And also our technical team who worked out miracles today. Our dear Agos and Vladimir and everybody who was working, Carlos. Thank you so much. And of course, our beautiful singers, Anurita and our dear Horatio.
And Uncle Wolfgang, of course. That's it.
We'll be saying the you want to say it now? Because they're just a few. Yeah.
Yeah,
some people do it. So again, we want to thank Sri Mataji for allowing us to do this event, and may she accept our desire, may she grant it to grow deeper and to be all the time in the Sahasrara. Thank you, Sri Mataji, for this wonderful afternoon.
We got another 3 to go. One more, 3 more to do.